Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it.
On a picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14, Bengals nothing. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On second down, here's Mixon. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On one, right?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Steps away to his left, and this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
11, Tommy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not the longest. We'll take it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the option going right. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 41, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Bengals at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Beatty, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 31, Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this one is incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will not be returns. Begins with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3 yards remain for second down. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 17 yards out. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson now. touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Burrow on third down. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Burrow. He's got the hook up to Miller. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. They go play action with Burrow. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 24, Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it. Just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Play action. It's Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
I'm right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now it's Mixon running right. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Burrow will throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, no.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Jackson on first down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
23 yards on the play.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over.